They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. That you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sex off. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't U.P.K, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm U.P.K, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking. Watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart. And Alana, she so beautiful. But they ain't like other babies. And they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy. The tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see. And I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. And why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to king. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame. You can say loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chains. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king.
Who's controlling?
Bring that hot flame. You can say loyal to the king.
Check. Durham, can you hear me?
Kind of one con, sir. Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. I'm just waiting for everybody else to log in. We'll give them about maybe another song, and then we're going to start the class.
Con, not a one con.
Being here all night.
Is that too loud? It's loud, man.
No?
No. Okay, we'll sign.
Got me some drink. Got me some drink.
So, Salakius.
What? Man,
It's Officer Gapariov and myself and Durham.
let me in there. You came to the right place, man. Cool. Man, listen, I just want to drink my drink, man. So what we got here? Man, I'm trying to get in there and do some music, man. Music? You do some music? Me and my Tangeray. The Tangeray, what you got? All day? Look here. Oh, no, man. I do music in there, man. Oh, really? Yeah. I got something better than that Tangeray. What's your name, bro? Oh, yeah. I got something better than that. You ain't got nothing better than this. Check me out. What? You ever heard of Israelites? Yeah. It's a King James Version of the Bible right here. You heard about that? You know you're an Israelite? No. I got something better than that Tangeray, brother, and that music. Check this out right here. What's up, You'll find this up right here in chapter Deuteronomy, man. Check that out. Find this up right here in this Bible, man. You know you're a royalty, man, according to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of YAHANNA? People call him Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's a black man, just like you, man. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You are somebody, man. That Tangeray is all good, but this is much better, man. I'm glad. I'm tired of the lie, man. You telling me? Tired of the lies. We all tired of lies, brother. You know what I'm saying? You can start right here. I'm gonna let you hold this down, man. Give me some power, man. You know what I'm saying? You tired of lies. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Man, what you got? He got. I'm gonna get with him. What you
got you. A little something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you hold this down, brother. We got plenty more. You came to the right place, man. I.S.U.P.K, the commander in YAHANNA, man. You always come if you need something, brother. We're gonna get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. Hold this down. Do your music, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, brother Christ, man. Shalom, brother. Shalom. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, brothers.
All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord. Please protect us.
I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, hustle, 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 hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord, yeah. Ooh, Lord, yeah. Ooh, Lord, yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Hey, since day one they lied to us and we wasn't shit but slaves. But I found out what I found out, it was right there in my face. The preacher man, he lied. My mama, daddy didn't know. So I'm boxed in by lies. How the fuck I'm ever gonna grow? Hey, when the night falls and the lights out, you be reaching for some help. But when the real shit is bullshit, you be reaching for what's left. None of the lies gonna make it. You can read it for yourself. Here's the truth, you can't fake it. You need to find it for yourself. And nah, and nah, and nah. Oh, 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 I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know. hustle, 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 hustle hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody's sick and tired of this shit.
Check, check, check. Check, check. Shalom, shalom. Can you brothers hear me?
Shalom, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah,
We hear you in Durham fine, sir.
Salakia, officer in Trinidad. Sir, do you want the class?
Now you too, you go ahead.
Okay, most high Christ, most high Christ.
Yeah.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrakatah. To the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Alataba Hashem Yahweh Shah, to all my sisters, priest and officer, Bon Kaya out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. All right. And tonight is our Tuesday night scripture breakdown class. We're going to wait patiently for Captain of 13,000, ISUP, to get into the class. So if you got a question, you probably want to hold it for him. In the meantime, between time, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge is a school that teaches daily life living skills to God's chosen people. Who would be God's chosen people? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and the First Nations people. You are God's chosen according to what the Bible says, all right? Contrary to popular belief and what the world says about you, you, according to the seed of your father, you are an Israelite, all right? It's very, very important that we learn how to conduct ourselves on planet Earth right now, in real time, all right? So there's a lot going on the earth. Everybody is, if you're here in America, you can't walk 2 steps without acknowledging or recognizing everybody's up in arms and anxious to know the outcome of the most recent election, okay, for the presidency. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, it shouldn't matter to you, all right? We do not have a dog in the hunt, all right? Left side, left wing, right wing, same dumb bird, all right? We don't choose the lesser of 2 evils, okay? We strive for righteousness in this school, all right? And that's according to what the Bible conveys, all right? I want to go into the book of Joshua. Let's go Joshua chapter 24, verse 14, all right? And so what I found interesting about this election and all the politics surrounding the election is the fact that you got people that profess to love God that are all hell-bent on, wanting to serve either the Democratic or the Republican Party. They're hell-bent on supporting either candidate, neither of which actually serve the God of the Bible, serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, nor Jacob, man. All right. So this is what so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should be doing. We should be conducting a self-assessment. All right. With respect to our leadership, we in the school, we have chosen righteous men to lead us. All right. It's the reason why we say under commanding General YAHANNA, because he's the only leader that has the gall to stand for Christ. He's the only leader on planet Earth right now. All right. that's teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that they are royalty and that God chose them above all the other nations. And he's teaching them to put away, to remove sin from them. The filthy covering that we learn from American customs, to remove that, man. We're excising all of the cancer that has been, destroying us, man, as a nation of people. All right. Manager YAHANNA is teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that we are one family, one blood-related nation, and it's time for us to gather ourselves together under one banner, one mind, one body, one spirit. All right. So if you can, brother, read the book of Joshua, chapter 24, and verse 14.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 24, and verse 14. Now, therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth.
So we all know the story of Joshua, and for those of you that don't, you're gonna just read up in the chapter and it'll explain to you what's actually happening right now. All right. Right now, Joshua is conducting a self-assessment of, those that are going to follow the Most High Power according to the laws of Moses, the laws that were given to the Israelite. All right. And he said, if what? Now what?
Now, therefore, fear the Lord.
What does it mean to fear the Lord? What does it mean to fear the Lord? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I don't truly believe that we have a healthy fear of the Most High Power. We weren't taught that in the church. We weren't taught that there were actual consequences for, breaking the commandments. We were taught that. We were taught about grace, and we were taught about God's, unyielding love for us and everyone else, right? How do you fear the Lord? First of all, who is the Lord? So in the church, we're taught that Jesus is God. That's what they teach in the church. You're taught to pledge your allegiance to a stringy-haired, dog-headed devil, all right? That image of Caesar Borgia, man, second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. That's who Christians pray to. That's who they swear by. That's what we were all taught to swear by, all right? But the Lord, the Bible says the Lord is a man of war. We know that the Lord, with the Most High Power, his name is Yahweh, all right? Not what these fake woke Israelites and individualites are trying to convey about, Salaki, if you can, who the Most High Power is, all right? Salaki, if I may. All right. How do you fear the Lord, man? Go ahead, Officer Darash.
Like, you fear the Lord by knowing that he has commandments to keep. So you want to make sure that you keep the Lord's commandments. And if you don't keep the Lord's commandments, you know that there's always a consequence that comes with not keeping his commandments.
Salaki, brother. Say that one more time.
Well, we know in the Bible that the Lord gave the Israelites commandments. So
right.
we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have rules to follow. So
he just gave the Israelites the law. He didn't give it to nobody else.
Right.
That mixed multitude that everybody's hanging their hat on, that spiritual Israel, is non-existent, right?
Right.
All right. So when you say he gave the law to Israelites, he didn't give it to Africans. He didn't give it to Europeans. He didn't give it to the Polynesians. He didn't give it to the East Indians. He gave it to who?
Israel.
Most High in Christ. And you said the Israelites are?
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right. So-called, right? Continue.
So to fear the Lord, knowing that the Lord has consequences for not following his commandments.
Right.
Or consequences.
Did you learn that in the church?
Lie, sir.
Yeah. So it took coming in here and closing my mouth, getting my brain washed free from the lies of that crooked pastor, all right, to learn about the curses that are outlined in the book of Deuteronomy, man, the 28th chapter. We talk about us being cursed because of our disobedience, and that makes more sense to me with respect to the love of the Most High. If I'm doing something that's contrary to, what my father expects of me, I would expect my father, if he loves me, to correct me. All right. The Bible says that God chasteneth those whom he loves. That sounds more like the love, a real love. All right. And not this facade of unconditional love that the pastors in the Christian church want you to believe in, man. All right. So in the church, regardless of what you do, you're taught that God loves you. Right. So knowing that, nothing is off limits. It's the reason why we're in the conditions that we're in, because we're not taught about the punishments. We're not taught about the curses. All right. We're not taught to what? Fear the Lord. Right. Keep reading.
And serve him in sincerity.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, sir. We're getting some feedback. Somebody got their mic on or something. We're getting some feedback. Are you getting feedback over there?
I hear a little something, something.
Yeah, now whatever you did, it stopped.
No, I didn't hit anything.
It just stopped. Okay, we good. Salaki, sir.
No, Most High Christ, the water for that.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, you know what I'm saying, logged into the class. All right. Continue with that verse, Officer Darash.
Khan. And serve him in sincerity and in truth.
What does it mean to serve the Lord in sincerity and in truth? John 8:32 talks about truth, right? And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, right? So when we talk about serving the Lord in sincerity, honestly and in truth, what does that mean? The things that you do should matter. Everything that you do. Because so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, our lives are real. Where we live, the environments in which we live, those are real spaces, very dangerous places, all right? Places that have limited resources, places that lack opportunity to advance. You think about the resources and the lack thereof that are in our communities, in the ghetto, in the projects, in the El Barrio, on the reservation, in the favelas. That's real. So we don't have time to do anything that's vain or anything that's fake or false or that doesn't have any actual meaning with respect to our culture, all right? Or our traditions or our customs. The love that we have to have for one another has to be a real thing, all right? Read that again. And serve him when?
And serve him in sincerity and in truth.
Right. When you look at the oppressor's culture, his culture, it equates to fallacy, man. The things that he celebrates are full of vanity. I mean, you think about him worshiping all the other gods at the root of every one of his holidays. Either he's worshiping himself or he's worshiping a god that he made up. He's worshiping his destruction of another people, or he's worshiping an idol. And these customs, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you can't afford to embrace these customs. You cannot afford to cover yourself with this covering of another people, all right? So, in layman's terms, you can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, all right? You can't celebrate your birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, any of the holidays, Christmas, which is coming up, Thanksgiving. You can't celebrate those things, all right? That's how you serve the Most High Power, in sincerity and in truth. Because us keeping the Passover, that's a real thing. Those Egyptians and those 10 plagues that they went through. I don't read about us going through those plagues. I read about the Egyptians suffering through those plagues and being damned because of those plagues, all right? But it's all contingent to our obedience. And this is what Joshua is trying to garner with the Israelites, man. Keep reading.
And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood.
So you think about the gods that were worshipped that were served on the other side of the flood. No need to mention them, but those gods are back in the earth today. Those gods are being celebrated in the earth today by God's chosen people, because the church isn't speaking up against you celebrating your birthday, where you become God for the day, which is a very ancient Egyptian custom. The church isn't telling you that you can't celebrate Christmas or not to even celebrate Thanksgiving. They have fall festivals at the church, which is supposed to be a substitute for the celebration of Samhain or Halloween. This is why it's important, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, to get into this school, man, to get into these classes, because this truth is not being taught anywhere on the earth, all right? You get half-truths. A half-truth is debased by half of a lie, all right? You want the whole truth and nothing but the truth, all right? Keep reading.
And in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord.
So you said it again?
And in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord.
Right. All the other gods of the Egyptians served and worshipped. See, in Egypt, they embraced polytheism, even though Pharaoh was a god. All right. And we all know the names of the Egyptian gods. You see them. You see anybody with a freaking ankh around their neck, when they have the Eye of Horus, or, you know, we've all seen it. We've all seen what are the writings? The hieroglyphs, the ancient Egyptian writings on the pyramid walls. We all see all this. The Lord put a separation or a difference between their culture and our culture, our customs, our traditions. All right. Keep reading.
Verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord.
Why would it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord? Why? We know that something that is evil is morally bad or wicked, right? And when I think about that, according to what the Bible says, evil is commonplace with sin. I mean, what is the paradigm by which you measure what's right or what's wrong? You can't depend upon your own moral compass. Someone has to be making that determination. Someone with wisdom, someone with understanding, man. And for damn sure can't be us. So you think about that, all right? Why would it seem evil for you to serve the Lord? What does your family say to you when you say, "Oh, we gotta go to Atlanta, Georgia to keep the Passover. We planning a week-long vacation." You tell your job that, man. They look at you like you're crazy. They look at you like, you know, they're sending out the invitations right now for the Christmas party at my slavery. Everybody named mama, out of the 5 years I've been there, not ever attending the Christmas party. What makes this year any different for me? I serve the Lord. I fear the Lord. I'm not trying to serve the gods of the Amorites or the gods on the other side of the flood. But it seems evil to the other people, to Christians, people that are in the world, the things that we do, keeping the Sabbath, going to camp, paying your tithes, those things seem evil to someone that has been indoctrinated with Christianity. Those things are evil to someone that is trying to hold on to America. Those things seem evil to individuals that want you to go cast your vote and want you to believe that you have power in casting your vote. They want you to wholeheartedly believe in America when America has never had love for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Make it make sense. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, why would it seem evil? Go ahead, brother.
Because people who are still in the world, they do not want to change, or they're accustomed to doing the same things they've always done in the world.
Right. Damn right, Officer Durant. Give him a hand. He in the class with us tonight.
Yes. So I get back.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah. And you know, like how you're walking it through now. It's so important now because now what we're looking at a record that was, let me say, 2,000, 3,000 years old. And you know what was laid down by our forefathers now. And now we can be able to comprehend and really bring out this truth and follow in the footsteps of our fathers. Because now, why? This is supposed to be taught to our sons and our sons' sons. So now
right.
you see that same legacy, what is portrayed right now in this school. Because now we have righteous fathers, righteous black men on our own, Hispanic and Native Indian men, continuing on in this legacy. So now where you again, it's so important because now it shows the spirit of brotherhood. And this is the whole point, because now we have a record rich in culture and history. And without us, without the Lord's Spirit in the earth, we see what can happen. And this is why again the Lord always raise up righteous black men to continue on in this legacy, because he have a high repetition, and this repetition now is to rule you in righteousness. Yes, so that, yeah.
No. Give him a hand. Get out of my hand. He's absolutely right. And see, the beautiful thing about this school, as Ottawa said, is we're breaking generational curses, man. My children, they don't have to endure the evil that I did, being raised up in the Christian church, being lied to, looking at the illustrations on the Sabbath school lessons and seeing nothing but white faces on Jesus, on all the angels, on all the prophets, and not seeing a black face ever. My children don't have to endure that shame. My children don't get passed through the fire, man. They don't go trick-or-treating. They don't have a spirit of expectation during Christmas. They're not waiting for they're looking at a calendar, waiting for their birthday to come. All right? We are breaking generational curses in this school, man. And it absolutely means something. Don't think that the angels are not giving report on the things that we do continually in this school, man. The Bible says the eyes of the Lord are everywhere, beholding the good and the evil. It's very, very important that we practically apply the truth of this Bible to our lives. This is not rocket science. We have the playbook right here within the pages of this book. Right. I don't know. Well, I do know why. Christian pastors, man, not wanting to teach this truth because it's not popular, because it is divisive, because it does identify, those that the Lord loves and those that the Lord hates, man. All right? Damn right. He's absolutely right, man. We're supposed to teach these things to our children, and they're going to teach it to their children. The Bible says, train up a child the way he should grow. We're supposed to be growing in truth continually. All right? It's a beautiful thing. Anything else outside of that is evil. All right? This is how we get our morals. It's not because of some, evangelical. We listening to Billy Graham and, Joel Osteen and Joyce Meyer and Shirley Caesar and what the hell they think. Contrary to what the Most High Power said. Contrary to what Christ actually did when he was on earth, man. Christians, they don't walk after Christ. All right? All right, continue with that scripture, brother.
Khan.
Tell them where you are. Start from 15.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
So if you have wholeheartedly put your confidence in Kabla Harris or that son of a bitch 45, Donald Trump, all right, excuse my French, excuse my language, but these are the words that you've given us, all right? If you put your trust in these leaders, man, we're going to continue to be destroyed, all right? And it's an evil thing because you're choosing them over serving the Lord. You're choosing Planned Parenthood, which is a big part of the platform that Kabla Harris is running on. A woman's right to choose, or reproductive rights. Her having the right to unalive or to shed innocent blood, man. The cessation of a pregnancy. That's a big ticket item that's on the ballot. In America, the world has been polarized because of this. Now, what do you think? Where do you think Christ would stand with respect to this subject, man? Do you think he would be pro-choice or would he be pro-life? Do you think he would give a woman the liberty or the freedom to murder and to shed that innocent blood of a child? It doesn't make sense to me. Right. When I read about Christ, when I read about the Most High Power, you know, the structure that the law gives is cut and dry. The Bible says, thou shalt not kill, which translates to thou shalt not murder. And that's exactly what that is. All right. Beyond that, I don't give a damn about Project 2025, man. The rulers over the earth, over America, they're going to do whatever the hell they want. All right. Your safety, your protection, that hedge of protection that was around Job, you can have that same hedge of protection. All you got to do is serve the Lord, man, in sincerity and in truth. All right. And if it seem evil to you, keep reading.
To serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
We're drawing a line in the sand. The I.S.U.P.K has drawn a line in the sand a long time ago. And we have opted to do what is necessary to be righteous, man. We have chosen to be obedient in the face of what? Adversity, in the face of being hated, in the face of being called a hate group, because we say that the so-called oppressor is the devil or the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. Who else got you believing that it's evil to serve the Lord and to keep feast days and high holy days, according to what the Bible actually says, contrary to the oppressor's holiday system? Who's got you thinking that? Choose you this day whom ye will serve. So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. I got my mind made up. What say you? Keep reading.
Verse 15. Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood,
right,
or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell.
Right. We serve the gods of the people that are pretty much in rulership here in America, man, or on the earth. The Bible says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. These people are morally bad and evil. Everything that they do, everything that they touch is destroyed. Everything that they pollute everything. This is the reason why we're supposed to be separate, man. All right? Keep reading.
But as for me and my house.
But as for who?
But as for me and my house.
Right. As for me and my family, right? These 12 tribes, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Keep reading.
We will serve the Lord.
That's right, man. We're going to serve the Lord, and we're going to do it proudly, man. We're going to serve the Lord in the face of all adversity. We're going to serve the Lord in the face of any opposition, man. I mean, who the hell can be at variance with God, man? Who? No one can stand before God, all right? It's very, very important if you're so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian that you stand on the side with the I.S.U.P.K, man. You got to get in here. This is the home of the truth. We're excising fallacy from everything that we do, all right? We're living in truth. It says in sincerity and in truth. This is a real thing. You're going to go through real changes when you decide that you want to actually stand for Christ, all right? And that's what we do in this school. This is the reason why we're reviled and hated by society, all right? And the truth hurts, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's the best thing for you. All right. All right. So let's see who's in the chat, man. What we got over here in the chat? Shout out to Sister Chelsea, Trooper Warrior Allah, Sister Maya Panya, Trooper Kudar, Sister Shanta Ray, Yaganan, Sister Siana, Sister Naima, young man Kevin, Sister Jamisha, Sister Siana. Shout out to Officer Ratazar, Sister Shantae. Shout out to y'all, man, in this class tonight. All right. All right. So,
Salaki, sir.
go ahead, brother.
I just want to say that what you bringing out is so heavy pertaining to the time that we're in, because like today I sent 3 articles to Officer Zion and to Captain Nathak.
Okay.
And
you stop sending me articles. You don't send me articles no more, Yanazar.
Salakia, sir. You know, you right. Yeah. Salakia, you are absolutely right. And I should have sent them to you because these articles are heavy. Like all 3 of these articles are separate articles, but they all about the same thing.
Right.
And what they're about is that at this particular time in history, America allocated hundreds of millions of dollars to build 4 new prisons, 1 in Arkansas, 2 in Illinois, and 1 in Kentucky. And so, like, I thought it was odd that I found in one day 3 articles pertaining to building prisons, and that, like, it seemed to me like some deal was made.
No, it's not odd to you, Yanazar. You are a seer, okay?
Kind of
you are a prophet, brother. All right. Make no mistake about it. All right.
Kind of one cut, sir. And Salaki, sir, if I may, like
Joe Biden, who pretty much co-authored the 94 crime bill, which was the precursor to mass incarceration. We be absolute fools not to think that if she were to assume the helm as the Queen of America, I mean the President of America, that she's not going to continue to do what she's so famous for, because she broke a state record in California as a district attorney, locking up black people, man, locking up brown people.
And Salakia, sir, if I may, sir, like what you just said is heavy, because when I talked to Officer Zion about it, he said the same. He said the same thing that you said. You know what I'm saying? Because it has like all 3 of these states, they have Republican governors.
Right.
But yet her handprints is on all of this. They made some kind of deal. Why all of a sudden there's going to be 4 new prisons built in America right before the days of the election? You know, and like they done made a deal. They getting ready to do something to us, man.
Oh yeah.
And we better listen to Commander General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, and the officers in I.S.U.P.K, man. Are we going to be in a hell of a fix, man?
No, damn right. You right about that, man.
Man, like they know that they can't create. Now, what Salaki, sir, I just want to say this, and then I'm done with it. Like all of these towns, right, that they build these prisons in, they're going to make sure that Billy Bob has a job and that you're locked up. You understand? One of the prison in Kentucky, they already allocated $550 million for that prison. You know, and so like you said, we seers, so we have to tell the people what's going on, because that means they're getting ready to lock more Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians up. That's simply what that means.
No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And we'd be foolish not to teach our people. Salakia. And with that, Salakia, sir. Hold on, let me get you.
No, you good. You good. I control.
And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Captain of 13,000 I.S.U.P.K, man. Clap it up, clap it up.
Shalom, Yishkatham. Yeah, how is Shemar? How you all doing?
Tawab Adawan.
All good?
Tawab Adawan.
Who went and ink on the finger?
What'd you say, sir?
Who had a hand in the pocket? Take it out. Yeah. All right, Akim. Let's start off with Psalms 74. I think Batizan had a question last week, right? So let's try and get them questions you all had last week. All right. Psalms, I think is 74 and 14. You can start at 11. All right. Yeah, so you're you know what I mean, after the class, you're gonna sit down and take a look at these, you know what I mean, at this clown show. The call election. You understand? Right? Who got it for me? Let me see. Who did? Darash, you got it?
Slack, yes, sir. Khan, sir.
Come on.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 74, verse 11.
Mhm.
Why withdrawest thou thy hand?
Mhm.
Even thy right hand.
Mhm.
Pluck it out of thy bosom.
So this King David, right? This is King David here. And if you read above, he's describing the Babylonians destroying Israel, coming in and destroying Israel. All right. Now, he's asking the Lord to do what? Read one more time.
Why withdrawest thou thy hand? Even thy right hand. Pluck it out of thy bosom.
So what is King David asking the Lord? Why is he doing what?
So like you said, he's asking him, why is he not helping him with his strength? Like, why is he not,
Yes.
delivering him?
You know what I mean? Keep what Kowal just said as we go down further. Right? Read on. Remember what he said.
Verse 12.
Mhm.
For God is my king of old.
For God is my what?
For God is my king of old.
God is my king of old. You understand? That's very important to understand too with the time we're in right now. Right? We want to make who? These oppressors our what? Our king. Right. By doing all this voting BS. But King David is saying what? You are my king from what? From old. You understand? King David ain't deciding when to follow the Lord. You know what I mean? When it pleases him to follow the Lord. No, he ain't doing that. Right? Read on.
Working salvation in the midst of the earth.
Working what?
Working salvation in the midst of the earth.
Why? What's in the midst of the earth? While the Lord working salvation? What's in the midst? Come on.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oppression.
Yes, oppression, death, destruction. And in the midst of all of that is what? Black people, Hispanics, and First Nation salvation. The Lord working that act. You understand? What's going on right now in the Middle East? The Lord is what? Working your salvation. Right? Read on.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength.
Thou didst what?
Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength.
So what is he speaking about here? What is David bringing to recollection?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Dividing of the Red Sea.
Yes. All right. David is talking about the Lord dividing that Red Sea with his hands. So what? Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people could walk across, right? That floor, the seabed, to get to the what? The other side. Right? Read on. Away from who? Away from the Egyptians. All right, read on.
Thou breakest the heads of the dragons in the waters.
Right. And the dragons, what are the dragons in the water? What is he describing?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The enemies?
He's just speaking about the condition of when you split the sea, like maybe the beast that was there. So they wouldn't harm the children of Israel going through.
Okay, not so much the beast that was there, but it's talking about the beast in the ocean.
Right.
I mean, them big fishes.
Right.
You understand? Things that look like alligator. The
Right.
Lord, he could do what? He could what? He could unalive them creatures
Right.
that look like dragons. Where's the so-called dinosaurs today? They're what? They're dead and what? Gone. All you have right now is what? Bones.
Yep.
And computer trying to what? Regenerate what they look like. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan in pieces.
Right. So now think what? Another what? Large creature. Right? Something large. Right? Some big creature like dinosaurs. Right? Like alligators. Think something large. Right? The Lord did what? He does what?
Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan in
Read on.
pieces.
Read on.
And gavest him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness.
Right. Think about them. I believe it's in I don't know if you could find it in Tobit. Remember the fish that I was trying to eat them? Do you remember?
Comic-Con.
Or you all know nothing what I talk about here right now?
Comic-Con, sir.
You sure? Somebody can find it for me. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it here quick for you, right? 1 minute. It was a large fish. Hold on. Check Tobit 6.
Right.
Tobit 6 and 3.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 6 and verse 3. Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land.
Right. Now, read verse 1 and see if it gives you an idea what this fish try to do.
Come. And as they went on their journey, they came in the evening to the river Tigris, and they lodged there. Verse 2.
So just think you're on a fishing boat and you drop what? You drop your anchor right there. And right there's where you're trying to pull what? Pull net to catch that fish. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. And when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river.
A what?
A
fish leaped out of the river. I think you're having some audio issue there, right? Hold on. Hold on, who could take it? Yeah, Giannis, somebody in Durham could take it. I think they're having audio issues.
Cut one concert. I got it. First, you want me to read 1 or 3 or 2?
Start at 2. Because I think that's where the audio started to go.
Cut one concert. And when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him.
You understand? Now, this big fish did what? Try to what?
Leap out the river.
Man. You can imagine how big that fish was, Ark?
Kind of one gun.
And then what happened?
Verse 3. Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land.
Brother, you understand that that That's you right there. That's man right there. You understand? What is saying in Genesis? Forget the term they use. It'll come to me just now. But go back to Psalms. Go back to Psalms. No. All right, Psalm 74. And I think he was at what verse he was at?
Verse
I think
14.
13. No, yeah, 14. He was in 14.
Come on. Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan in pieces, and gavest him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness.
Meaning what? Now he's feeding the people, poor people. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 15. Thou didst cleave the fountain and the flood.
Right. Remember, the fountain is talking about what? When Moses did what? Hit that rock, and what came out of it? Water. Right? Read on.
Thou driedest up mighty rivers.
Right. What river are you talking about? What river did the Lord dry up? So the Israelites could walk. The Jordan River. Right? So now, with that being said, what is David trying to express here? If we keep on reading, David is trying to express something right now.
Salak, sir.
Come on.
He's trying to implore the Lord because all of these are instances where the Most High has aided the people. So I believe he's trying to encourage the Lord. Look, yo, you did all these things for us. Why are you going to stop now?
Right. Remember what I said, right? Kowal said it in the beginning. What is David trying to show?
The power that the Lord has to help Israel.
Yes, the strength of the Lord. That's exactly what he's trying to show. Right? All this metaphor here is to show what? That the Lord you serving ain't no rock in Mecca. He ain't no rock. He ain't Buddha. He ain't no statue. You understand? Your power, he has what? He has strength. And he can fight for you. You understand? Some of us worry about coming into the truth and worry about not being able to what? To get food. Not being able to have a wife, or you know what I mean, or a woman, not being able to have a husband. You understand? The Lord, he gonna provide everything you need. And David was imploring the Lord, knowing that he had what? The strength to defeat his what? Enemies. To defeat the people who were fighting day and night to oppress Israel. All right. Now go to I think that's it on that Psalms. I think the other one is in is John 14. Right? Start at verse 29.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 29. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. Verse 30.
Go ahead.
Hereafter I will not talk much with you. For the prince of this world cometh and hath nothing in me. Verse 31.
Now hold on. I think the part in there is the part what? For prince, right?
Kind of one kind, sir.
All right.
Who the prince of the world?
Who's this? Okay. Yes. So Christ is the prince of what?
The world to come.
Yes. Who's the prince of this world?
The oppressor, the wicked.
Yes. Right. He does not have Christ in him. You understand?
Kind of
He
one.
does not. Right? Go to I think it's in Thessalonians. Right? Go to Thessalonians. Right? I did Thessalonians 2 and 5. Read that for me. Let me hear what it says.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 5. For neither at any time used we flattering words.
No. Hold on. Check second Thessalonians then. Hold on, let me get with you. 1 minute. All right. Let me get with you.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 5.
Hold on. Let me get with you. No, this is not it. But first, there must be a falling away.
So Ephesians 2 and 2. Oh, never mind.
No, that's the next one I'm going to that you just called the Kowal. Let him go to that one first.
Come.
Tell him where you're at.
Ephesians 2 and 2. Sluggy, sir. Can you also use when Satan tempted YAHANNA in the wilderness? Well, that's probably more complex, but I'm just saying he offered it to him, meaning he is in charge. Meaning Satan.
Okay, more so the prince is you want to prove that the prince is a man on the earth,
right?
Today,
right.
Which is the oppressor. You understand? Like he's the prince today on the earth. He's the man that have all the power, the wealth.
So like I said, in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4.
2 and 4.
It's lucky, sir. I got it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 2. 2 and verse 4. So like 2 and 2. Wherein in time past he walked according to the course of this world.
Read on.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
Right, that's the one-on-one, right? The Second Thessalonian talks about the son of what? Perdition, right? But this one has what? The prince of the what? Prince of the what?
Prince of the power of the air.
Right, so I'll go to this one first, right, to prove who the prince is, right? Who has power? Who is the prince that have power over the air? Right?
Right.
And it's only one man you could call who is what? The oppressor.
That's right.
Right? Read it one more time.
Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world.
Right, you walk according to what? The course of this world. What's the course of this world that we're walking according to right now, today?
So like you said, the election.
That's it, voting. Correct. That's the course of this world. Everybody out voting. Everybody, every black person you see. I voted. Did you go vote? Right? Because they're going according to the what? The course of this world. Read on.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
According to who? To the prince of the power of the air. You could say what? Literally the air. He what? Ain't nobody could match him with them F-35, F-15, F whatever, right? He's the Lord of the air. And then you have what? The airways. You understand? We have to, fight to remember not to say certain words. Why? Because he's the prince of the air, these airways. You understand? TV, radio, internet, everything. Right? Read on.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
The what?
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Yes, the spirit. And that spirit is what? That's why you ask, people might ask, well, what's the question that try to ask us about black cops? Right? This proved that they what? They ain't no different than what? Than the white cops. They ain't no different. You understand? And I'm talking about the ones that do what? The ones that harm the people knowing that they're innocent. You understand? Knowing it. Remember that brother that they beat to
in Memphis, Tennessee, sir?
Yeah, to death. On the, you know what I mean? The neighbors came out, saw it, and went back in.
I think that was in Memphis.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where it was. You might be right.
But it was 5 police officers.
Yes, and they were brothers.
Yeah, and I think he was talking to one of their exes. And because he did that, they beat him to death, 5 of them.
Yes. And that's this spirit that worketh in the children of what? Disobedience. Now you're going to what? Vote today because you have that spirit of what? Disobedience. You voting today proves what? To the Lord. You want to get that ink in your hand, prove what to the Lord?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
It proves that you're more beholding to the slave master than to the Lord. You don't really believe in the Lord.
You believe in his system. You understand? You believe in his system. When his system is broken for black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people. But you believe in that system so much.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Like, I sent you 3 articles today.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 3 articles, this is going along with what we're talking about right now, because we believe in this system, but at the same time that we're trying to put ourselves into this system, they're building prisons, man.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yes.
It was 3. I'm still like, so just to say real quick.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was 1 prison in Kentucky, 2 in Illinois, and 1 in Arkansas.
Good night.
The government allocated funds. The one in Kentucky, they already allocated $550 million for. And then now, because the woman that used to work for Trump, she's the governor of Arkansas. They gave her money for a prison and 2 prisons in Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yana, you see the play.
You
see the play. Because I just said, I think on us coming, you said these I forget the word, these hillbillies, or I forget the word they used to describe them.
Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bobs. You understand?
They need a job.
Yes. You know what I mean? And that's going to bring a ton of resources to these type of area. That's some majority oppressors. Come on. Somebody says Slack, yeah?
Slack, yeah. It's us that's going to be locked up.
That's it.
They're going to lock us up so that they can have jobs. They've been doing it, but I smell Kamala.
Yeah.
I do. Like she made a deal. She made a deal. That's what I believe, sir.
You could be right. It's going to come out nonetheless. So I think somebody has said Slack, yeah? Or was just you, Yanaza? Okay. All right. So now go back to Go back to John 4 and read 14 and 29 one more time. 29 to 30.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, starting at verse 29. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it come to pass, ye might believe.
All right, that ye might what? Believe when it does come to pass, right? Read on.
Verse 30. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me.
Yes. All right. The prince of the world cometh, meaning now Christ's prophecy did come true. Why? Because you could clearly see what? That these oppressors do not have Christ in them. And never did. And never will. All right. So the prince there is the oppressor. Is speaking about. All right. Go to Ecclesiasticus 4 and 27.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 27. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man.
Right. So now it's saying what? Make not thyself to what?
Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man.
Meaning like what? An understudy. Meaning now you following this foolish man. Right? Read on.
Neither accept the person of the mighty.
Right. Neither accept the what?
Neither accept the person of the mighty.
Yeah, what is that speaking about?
Salakia, sir. The mighty are the people in charge that's running things. Like, don't try to be down with them. You know, don't. The mighty aren't the mighty the people that's running things, the ones that have power.
I'll take that. You're on it. Okay. What does it say not to do with the mighty?
Don't accept them. Because if you accept them, that means that they're going to have power directly over you, and you're going to be the underling.
Read one more time.
Okay. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, and neither accept the person of the mighty.
Right. Okay. Now, when it say accept the person of the mighty, right? What is that talking about? I need that part right there. Accept.
So is that like military? Is that like military power or someone that has the mighty government or something like that? Is that going along those lines?
Don't think so much strength.
Okay.
Right. Giannis, he was close to it. Right.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Is it referring to people who, let's just say the people in power who claim or think that they're mighty, like they have the power, but can't absolutely do nothing with the power?
Okay. Remember, it said, don't what? Don't accept the mighty, right? Yeah, they give me that. When it said, don't accept the mighty. So is it saying don't have what? A rich friend? Don't have somebody don't have a friend that have power?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
Could it mean that you don't accept that these people are over you?
The ways of them, don't accept the ways like holidays or the things that the products of the mighty. Don't accept them, like the LGBTQ community.
I think you might get it if I ask this question. Right? Come on. Go ahead, Swap. Go ahead, Shah. Sha, come closer to the mic.
Yeah, so like do accept the custom. It's like how PDD he powerful, but you don't want to do the things what PDD doing. Like you know, be engaging in and all these things. And
Okay, I think that's the same thing. That was the same thing the brothers and them was getting to. It not so much don't accept what they're doing, right? Think more so. Okay, when the Bible say don't have respect to a person, what is this speaking about?
Rich people, or like the judgment meeting. Well, you don't want to give a judgment to a person like, you know, Meek Mill was in jail. Like, you get preferential treatment because if you're poor, of course you can't afford, you know, attorneys and all that stuff. But if you're rich, you get probation or parole, and, you know, respective persons. The rich and mighty always get the favorable over the poor.
That's it.
Salakia, sir.
That is what you just explained there is what we just read.
Okay.
You understand? Come on.
Could you also just say, don't get caught up in the status of a person?
Yes, that's it. Like, don't accept him because he rich. Meaning, don't think that. Don't give him a pass because he rich. In other words, you understand? Like with P. Diddy, you don't want to be like, well, he ain't do that. You know what I mean? Don't be like some of these, you know what I mean, like some of these brothers and sisters who don't want to look at the evidence, at the facts. You understand? Some of us ain't doing that. Some of us look at what? We just looking at this rich man or this rich woman and being what? Nah, he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
So like I said,
come on.
And they're hypocrites because, like, P. Diddy, he committed lascivious kind of crimes, like sexually related kind of crimes, right? But he can't get bail. But there's a guy in New York who choked a brother to death on the train, and he's walking around right now, free.
Yeah.
And he's on, and they said that when he was choking the dude, a Hispanic brother in New York said, like, he was telling the dude to get off him. He said the devil was like in a trance. He testified that in the court.
Yeah. Yep. You know what I mean? Here they do. You know what I mean? They accept the mighty. They accept the rich and powerful people in this country. You got money. Guess what? How much charges Donald Trump get charged with?
I don't know, motherfucker, man. What you eat?
Huh?
37. He's convicted of 34.
And is he going to see the light or day in jail? More than likely not.
Hell no.
So like, I don't want.
Come on.
It's like, just to add what also young as I was saying, like, it was another devil who had the same exact charges as Diddy. Same exact charges, same bail amount, everything was the same. And that devil got bail, and he walking around right now free.
Yeah. Yes. And who again? You all forget about Hunter Biden's son. I mean, Joe Biden's son, Hunter. Right? He was convicted. He went and signed a federal document. He went and lied on federal document. Got convicted. You hearing anything about him? No. Because in this place, they accept the mighty. You understand? And the Lord is telling you what? Read it one more time. Who's reading from me?
Make thyself, Salakia, make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty.
Right? Don't accept the person of the mighty. Don't accept him. Right? Don't accept what he's saying is right because he's rich. Don't accept him. Some of us we swear by Jay-Z. You understand? And some of these rich black folks.
Salaki,
Right.
sir.
Come on.
Can they be two of the same in the scripture? Meaning the one that are rich, they can be foolish as well.
Yeah. You straight. Yeah. Hell yeah. Who's rich? Who got money? Steve Harvey. Right? He got money, but he a fool with all that money. Oprah. Fool. Right? Fool. They might be, yeah, I mean, what I call them? Mongols or Moguls. Right? When it comes to business, you know what I mean? You sit down with them, they tell you you know what I mean, tell you how to go about, you know what I mean, getting the business situated. But life, you're gonna let Steve Harvey teach you about marriage? Are you a fool?
Salaki, sir, that just like the what's the cat that be on the Breakfast Club? What's his name?
Charlemagne?
La, the other one.
Oh, yeah. I saw boy, the Puerto Rican brother.
Go on, they was like he's a property tycoon. Like he goes out and buys like all type of properties and flip them. Yet and still like the brother don't see, you know, the position that he places his daughter in, his child in.
Yeah.
Like how the internet views that, you know what I'm saying? In that position.
No, I think they do see it, but money is, you know what I mean, just like it's the oppressor God, it's their God too. You know what I mean? Like they will do anything for money out. Right? Give me okay, so we good with this. Go to I think the last one was the question we had was Revelation 21 and 1. Revelation 21 and 1.
It's like
If any question, just type it in.
It's like if I made it one.
Come on.
So like to add to what Officer Zion was saying, like what you and Officer Zion was saying, like everybody sees it. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Steve Harvey, we all see it, but everybody ignored it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Steve Harvey's daughter, what was it, Laurie Harvey or something like that? Like she go from man to man to man to man, you know what I'm saying? And he was the one, that's his daughter. You know what I'm saying? You wrote a whole book about marriage and how to think like a man and X, Y, Z. And now look at what your daughter does in the world. You know what I'm saying? So why the hell would anybody listen to Steve Harvey when we see what Steve Harvey's daughter does? She for the streets.
Yeah, you're right. She is for the streets, right? And that's because of Steve Harvey. She was an underling to him, to a foolish man, right? Now go to Revelation 21 and 1.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Go ahead.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. And there was no more sea.
Right. So he said what? Read it from the top one more time. I saw what?
And I saw a new heaven.
A new heaven.
And a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right, the first heaven and the first earth has what passed away. So this basically is speaking about what here right now. The new heaven coming. That's your second Ezra's. Right? I think it's 9 and 6. All right. Pull that. Second Ezra's 9 and 6. Pull that quick.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings.
Salaki, I think it's 6 and 9, sir.
Hold on. 6 and 9. Two other.
Concert.
Yeah, stick with my the Rash. Stick with me.
Okay. Sly, you want me to read Second Ezra?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For
Yeah, that's
Esau
it.
is the end of for Esau
what?
is the end for Esau is the end of the world.
Right. Esau is the end of the world. They like to show you a ton of movies where they're showing you the earth coming to an end. This world we in coming to an end. And everybody on the earth trying to, you know what I mean, somebody out there with the brain enough to do what? To fight and kill the aliens and alive the aliens that are coming to destroy the earth. All right. But the Bible is saying what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
No, the Bible is saying a specific people is the what? End of the world. And who's Esau? Your oppressor. He's the end of the world. Read on.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And now Jacob is the beginning, meaning blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. We are going to rise. That's why while his kingdom is falling, what? Ours is what? Rising. More and more. You understand? More and more you see wars taking place on the earth. More and more you see it taking place on the earth. More and more black, Hispanics, and First Nation people, we're going to rise out. You understand? The dust we in. Right? Now go back to Revelation. Let's get in no C.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Mm-hmm.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no more sea.
All right, so think of the sea. There's a saying, I tend to say the sea of Rome, where I mean the people that what in it. There's no more sea. What's going on in the earth right now? People doing what? Voting, celebrating Christmas, right? What's coming up? Yeah, Christmas is coming up. New Year's is coming up. All that taking place. The Lord is referring that as saying what? There's no more sea. There's no more people that doing what? Celebrating these holidays. That breaking his what? His laws, statutes, and commandments. There's none. You understand? There's none. That's why he said what? He saw what? A new heaven and a new what? Earth. Because in that new heaven and in that new earth, there ain't gonna be no voting, ain't gonna be no Christmas, ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving. You understand? Ain't no gonna be no LGBTQ marriage. All of that done. Right? The earth gonna be brand new. All right. All right. So we good with those?
Kind of one kind.
And any questions? Come on. What's this? I think I have something video I wanted you all to look at. My computer is slowing down a whole lot. I don't know who messing with my computer. Let me see if I can get it. Who behind the computer there in Fayetteville?
I got it. You got it. Tell me you got
Oh, cool. I got Kowal and Bunkiel.
All right, hold on there. I might send you a video, right?
Come on.
I was waiting for this joker to come up. Or do you want me to text it to you? Or emailing it better?
I.S.U.P.K 910.
Hey, hold on there.
Yes, sir.
Let me see something here. brother. There's a video you all, you know what I mean, to see the spirit black people in right now. All right. And that spirit is let's see, hold on. All right. While I'm doing that, right? Somebody look up I think it's in 1965. The 1965 Voting Act.
Kind of one. What was it? 1965 voting rights. No, that was 64. 64 voted right. Yeah.
Michael, check the chat area there, right? I sent you a video, right? We ain't gonna look at the whole thing, but we'll just play a little bit of it, right? But I won that 1965 Voting Act. All right. And then
so like
yes,
it says,
man,
64, sir.
Come on. 64, come on.
So like I said, I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
It says an act to enforce the 15th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States is a landmark.
Right? And just remember this, right? So they say it's a landmark, right? Now, 1965. How much years that is after we came out of slavery? They say we came out of slavery to free us.
100, like 100 or 99 years.
Right? So you tell me 100 years after slavery, we just gained some Voting Act?
Got one concert.
Right? So what's happening within those 100, 100 years? What's happening?
Like it was like
when we had Black Wall Street, did we care who was in office?
A lot, sir.
Did it make a difference who was in office?
A lot, sir.
No, I don't think so.
All right. It's like, sir.
Come on.
If I may, like whenever you go to the 64 Voters Act, you also got to remember that's the same year that they passed in October. They passed the Immigration Act.
Come on,
so the Immigration Act, because when I was a little kid, it was only blacks, West Indians, Hispanics, and white people, basically. But once they passed the Immigration Act, then that was allowed all the other nations to come in and to reap what we fought for. That was the Immigration Act. I think they passed it in October of 64.
Right, but don't think so much. Don't think so much. They came in and reaped what you all sowed. Think the oppressor is doing what? Remember, think like the oppressor just for 1 minute. Why is he bringing these other nations in?
So like
remember, he is a what? What did the Bible say about the oppressor?
He's crafty. He's the
most
subtle.
He's cunning. He's subtle. Right? So on one hand, he looking like a humanitarian. But behind closed doors, he like a vampire.
Kind of one con.
He like Count Dracula. You understand?
Kind of one con.
But he is doing this to do what? What is the beef between black and Mexicans? And when I say Mexicans, meaning the brothers and them, and the reason why I say Mexicans is because the oppressor used them as the one that doing what? infiltrating the border? What's your whole beef?
So it's like they engineering us to like fight over crumbs against each other.
That's it. Now you understand the oppressor. Don't think so much black people fought for this or anything, right? Because then what you're going to say is we fight for civil rights. Well, where the civil rights today? Where's the civil rights today? Did Esau fight for anything for civil rights? No. No. He went and took it. You understand? But
So
now
like-
you're even black people. Now, who on the video? Take it all the way back. Right? Take it all the way back to the beginning.
It's like
Oh, yeah, this Tom. Go ahead. Hold on.
She supported his.
Go ahead, Ayathan.
Oh, so I was trying to say, I was trying to get. Oh,
no,
I was trying to answer before you had moved on. So like, out of one.
No, come on.
To add to what also Giannis, I was saying, about the Hispanics, like the media and stuff, they portray as if the Hispanics are taking all the jobs and taking all the funds and getting all the food stamps, X, Y, and Z, stuff like that. But they don't tell you that the Ukrainians that fled into Chicago and that's getting all these funds and all this and that stuff, they try to act like our brothers and sisters are the ones that's soaking it all up, when it's really the Ukrainians that came over here that didn't put nothing into the society, because the Hispanics put, funds and taxes and all those things into the American society when they worked them jobs. The Ukrainians came over here and they started soaking up all the taxpayer dollars and the food stamps and everything. But they don't talk about that. So we turn our eyes to the Hispanic brothers and sisters, but we don't turn our eyes to Esau. So that's all I'm trying to say.
Right. No, you're right. And that's because of the oppressor. The oppressor have us thinking, like, you know what? We're gonna just like these Hispanic just coming in and just gonna have it easy. When they work 10 times as hard as the oppressor. 10 times. You understand? But they'll never tell you these things. They just imagine this. You on a job, you don't have any health insurance, right? You're getting paid under the table. If you get sick, you have no health insurance. So you have to go, sit down in the emergency room for about 10 hours to be seen. You're undocumented. You have a boss who know you're undocumented and threatening you every day that he gonna call ICE on you. Like, they in a real bad place, sir. Real bad place. Right? And Donald Trump tried to win the election tonight. He's trying to win it by pitting them against us. Come on.
Remember the brother down in Florida that he was working on this this plantation, and he had got I think it was like heat stroke, and because he didn't have no insurance, like they just let him out there and he died out there.
Yeah,
just in line with what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. Like, you think people are leaving the country and enjoying the fact that they're leaving the country to come here and live? No, they're not. You destabilizing the country, so they have to leave the country. Your policies is destabilizing countries in South and Central America. Why think the Venezuelans all the way up here? Because they destabilize the country. They just imagine what's the word? Is Venezuela a democracy? Do they believe in democracy?
Kind of one card, sir.
Same exact democracy America have here, right?
Kind of one card, sir.
The people go out and vote, right?
Con.
The people pick, they claim the people pick Maduro. Who America pick?
Maduro.
No, America didn't pick Maduro. America don't even acknowledge Maduro. I forget the other guy name. Guaido. Look up Guaido. That's who America acknowledge.
And Salaka, sir.
England is holding about $2 billion of gold of Venezuelan money.
They want to control Venezuela's resources because some private company owns their water system.
Yeah.
Like it, sir.
Come on.
So like, and just to add on to everything that everybody's saying, you and Officer Youngers are saying, you know what I'm saying? Like General Hyman said last night in his scripture breakdown class, you know what I'm saying? Like, we run out to the polls and vote. You know what I'm saying? When the voting don't even matter. It's the electoral vote that matters. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about how certain presidents, he named a couple of presidents. Donald Trump was one of them. Lost electoral votes, lost the people's vote and won electoral vote.
The popular vote.
Popular vote. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we running out as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians voting, and it don't even matter because they don't give a damn what we say. That's why nothing ever happens, because the vote don't count. It's just something that makes you feel included. They don't give a damn about you, what you think, or what you want. And by you going to vote is saying that we always say that we agree with, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But then we say that we don't agree with some of the things that they say. But when you go out and vote, you saying that you agree with everything that person stands for. It's not I stand with 3 things that they say, but I'm against the rest of it. When you go out and vote, you saying that you agree with everything. So
right. That is right. 100% correct. All right. What the brother just brought up, what son just said there is 100% correct. Voting is just giving you an illusion that of inclusion. You don't decide your president. You standing up in a line for Jordan sneakers instead of paying your light bill. You are not choosing your leader. You set up in line to get the iPhone 16 in line for a phone. But so some electronic, you camping out. I'm gonna put it like you camping out. Come in 2 weeks' time, you'll be camping out in front of Best Buy. And nobody dare not try to get in front of you, or else it's gonna be a scrap on. And you're gonna pick your president. You're gonna pick the man who's going to run the earth, or the woman who's going to run the earth. Are you being fooled, right? Go to let's play a little bit of this video, and then we'll go to John 11.
Montgomery, Alabama, the birthplace of the civil rights movement, where a community of leaders and everyday citizens joined together to end segregation. Some chose to work in the spotlight, while others worked in the shadows. Their acts of courage and defiance started a movement that spread across the nation.
Sitting for Justice, the Montgomery Bus Boycott. Sponsored by Alabama State University and SPLC's Civil Rights Memorial.
It's like it. Skip to when the brother started to sit on and talk.
I attended Alabama State. It was at that time Alabama State College for Negroes. Now it's Alabama State University. I enrolled there in December of 1947 and graduated in May of 1951. While I was there, I came for the purpose of learning how to become a teacher.
Good night. Hold tight,
Yeah,
I don't
but
want.
you can let it play, but yeah, but
As I
you
grew
see
up
what's
in
taking place.
Montgomery and the
Their whole fight is to what? Their fight is to what? And segregation. And these are your who? What type of men? These are who? These are your mighty men. But they what? Fighting to end segregation. Why? Because they are what? What did the Bible call them? What does the Bible call this type of men? Go to Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28. Yeah. Call them what? Say it one more time. Dreamers?
Yeah, dreamers.
Okay, not so much dreamers, right? I'll take. I see what you're saying when you call them dreamers. I'll take that. But there's something, there's an adjective that's going to describe them in a way where, you know what I mean, you don't want to be seen like this, right? And being seen like this show that you're very weak. You know what I mean? A dreamer is, you know what I mean, ain't no problem. But being this shows you are weak. Right? Read this. Who got it for me? Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28.
So, like I said, I got it, sir.
Come on, Tawada.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
My son, lead not a beggar's life.
My what?
Lead not a beggar's life.
Right? You teach your son this. Don't be a what? A beggar.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't go around begging people. You don't have a PS4 or PS5. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? You don't have a Benz? Who the hell cares? Read on.
For better it is to die than to beg.
Yeah, so what? Your toilet ain't, you know what I mean? The toilet's supposed to be, you know what I mean? The enamel's supposed to be white. Yours brown. Who the hell cares? Pass socks over it. You understand? Do something. Clean it. Do something. But you're going to beg to sit on the white man's toilet, to drink out his fountain, to sit on his bus. You are going to beg him to integrate with him? Or you a beggar, and that looks weak. And black people as a nation, we are weak. We are weak.
That's right.
Because you have leaders who done devoted their whole life into what? And then what? Segregation. So now guess what? We could go vote. Now you have a say in America. you are being fooled. You are being turned into a trick. You know, it's like Catholics, right? Do Catholics worship Mary? Why is it? Why is it?
Well, they say that I mean, they have all kinds of what would I call it? Days like where they honor her. She's the mother of God. So you know, isn't that a form of worship?
And what else do they do? You all know the rosary? Who said the rosary last night? All right. They have a prayer, some Hail Holy Queen. Right? They have all of that to Mary. Brother, who could do me this solid? Ask the Google machine. Do Catholics worship Mary? Who did it?
Okay, Google. So like, sir.
Come on.
So like, Oscar was asking, the Google, but I remember, if I may, I remember the DC camp. I can't remember if I seen you on the video or not, but I know Captain Machado was up there, and you know they had the Mary hanging from the noose, and the captain walked by and he was throwing the Mary down the street, pulling it back by the noose, like reeling it in, so like reeling it back in. And the captain wanted to buy the Mary off the damn sign.
Yeah.
There's so much about it.
Yes. Right? No. Who look it up? Who look it up for me? You right.
Okay, Google didn't answer. She won't answer.
No, yeah, look it up on your phone. Come on, Akim. We up on the time.
So like I said, they have no Catholics do not worship Mary.
What?
No Catholics do not worship Mary.
You see what you see what I'm trying to get to, right? You look it up. It says what? Catholics do not worship Mary. It will say they honor her. You understand? Which lets you know that the oppressor, what he says is not what goes. So now you have civil rights where people march, got dogs sicked on them, hose, you know what I mean, got sprayed with water hose. For you to go put ink on your finger, it's an illusion, black man. Hispanic, First Nation. It's an illusion. You are not picking your leaders. You think if I'm an oppressor, I want black people picking my leader? You think in the kingdom of heaven, you want an oppressor trying to pick some leader? Oh, hell no. That ain't happening. But you have black men and black women fighting to what? To integrate. And this is why. Go to no, finish off that verse from Yanaza.
Cut one concert. For better it is, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 and verse 28. For better it is to die than to beg.
You understand? And then here you learn that well. We don't beg. We don't beg the oppressor for justice. We don't beg him for anything. We get on our knees and we pray to the Lord. And we ask Christ. You understand? We say in the name of Christ, we want this place to fall. We want our oppressor to fall. Don't beg the oppressor for anything, we'll die before we do it. You see me on a roof arc and water up to, water, fitting to be up to my neck. Better not send no oppressor with no helicopter to get me out. Let me die with dignity. You understand? You will not beg for anything. Right? Go to let's go to John now. Go to John 11. Let's start at maybe let's start at 39.
This is the book of John, chapter 11, verse 39. And Jesus said, "Take ye away the stone, Martha." The sister of him that was dead saith unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he hath been dead 4 days.
Good night. Ain't no embalming fluid. So
Back
guess
then.
what? Lazarus is what? Stinking. And Christ is telling Martha, take the stone away, roll that joint away. Read.
Verse 40. Jesus saith unto her, said I not unto thee that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of God?
Right. So he asking Martha a question. You believe, you want to see the glory of the Lord? Read on, because Martha was what? She was doubting that what? Christ could what? Perform this miracle. Because this brother been dead for 4 days and stinking. Read on.
Verse 41. Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me.
Right. And now ask them Christians, if, especially them Catholics who like to say what? Mary is the mother of God. So ask yourself if God talking to God. Right? Read that part one more time where it say, and said, Father, what?
Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me.
All right, read on.
Verse 42. And I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the people which stand by, I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me.
You understand? Christ is pleading with the Lord, and he understands the Lord to the point where he is trying to explain to the Lord what? He's only saying this for who?
So that the people could hear.
Yes. You understand? He's not saying it because he is what?
Doubtful.
Not doubtful, but a little more. He's not saying it because what? He's trying to do what?
He's trying to glorify the Lord,
yes,
right?
No, glorify himself. He's not trying to say it. Well, Lord, you're talking to me. This, that, the other. He's saying this so that the people could what? Could see. You understand?
Come on.
Right?
So he didn't make the mistake that Moses made, huh?
That's it. He understood the Lord to the point you better watch how you speak to the Lord. You can't go take his Bible, his words, and then put holes in it and expect your life to be the same. No, you will end up in jail. Read.
Verse 43. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth.
Right, Lazarus, come forth. And this story is heavy to the point whereas what? Christ performed a miracle on a brother Lazarus. Was he one of the 12? Do you read about Lazarus anywhere else in the Bible?
Sir.
Sir. And that got a what? A second chance in life. Literal second chance in life. This ain't you know what I mean, ain't how me and you come into the truth. Meaning we old man die and now we in. This brother what literally what died and was thinking for 4 days. And he ain't coming to the truth. Now, understand that, you'll understand who you're going out on the street talking to. Right, read on.
Come. Verse 44. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes. And his face was bound about with a napkin.
Right, meaning when we die, we do what with our dead?
They wrap the body.
Yes, they wrap the body up. You understand? We don't do like what the Romans or the heathens do, where they'll do what? They put you in what? In your best clothes or to dress you up, whatever. Nah, we just wrap the body, leave that head open so what? So oil could be poured on it. Right? So that napkin was just on his face. Maybe they were covering it. Right? Read on.
Jesus saith unto them, loose him and let him go.
Loose him and let. Why? Because he was what? He was bound. He was tied up. Read on.
Verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the thing which Jesus did believed on him.
You understand? And brother, remember what Christ said. What did Christ say? What did Christ say about miracles?
So like I said, like some people believe because they saw miracles, but other people is going to believe even though they didn't see miracles.
Okay, not one. He said something pertaining to miracles about brothers
like,
performing miracles.
Would it be I do miracles in my Father's name that sent me?
Go to who's reading? Yanaza?
Come on, concert.
You hold where you're at the Rash. Read this to me. John 14 and 12. And remember what Christ just did, right? What did Christ just do?
He brought Lazarus back to life with the power of the Lord, of course.
A man, don't say it. He was stinking. You understand? A man who was what? Decaying, he brought back to life. All right?
This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also.
All right? This is what Christ said. This is in red. This is coming out of Christ's mouth. Read on.
And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
You understand? What's Christ saying here?
He's saying that, you know, we're gonna do more greater miracles because he's getting ready to leave. So we have that same power.
Yes.
The ones he's leaving behind. Don't look at it as you can't do the same thing or more or better than I.
Yes. Christ is saying we're going to do greater works. You understand? Now read it. Yanaza, you read now. You read on.
Verse 46. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Jesus had done.
Right? And that's your Pharisees today. I think last night, in the class, Jeremiah Hyman played a video with all them Christian pastors and them trying to tell you to go out and vote. Those are your Pharisees. They didn't want you to do what? Follow Christ. Right? Read on.
Verse 47. Then gathered the chief priest and the Pharisees a council.
So
and
now
said,
they have a council, right? And said what?
And said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
Oh boy.
Verse 48.
You understand?
If we,
When brothers and sisters stop voting, stop celebrating Christmas, stop doing all manner of evil in this place, they're going to be asking the question, what are we going to do with these Negroes here in the corner? They done asking the question already. They asking the question already. What we going to do with these Negroes here? Read.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
You understand? Now you understand why your leaders try to do what? Get rid of what? Segregation.
It's a lucky, sir.
Come on.
This is like the scripture we just read in Ecclesiasticus. You understand? Because these people are foolish because the Romans already got their nation and their place under their control.
Yes. But what are they what are they actually talking about when they say take away the place and nation?
They still have the priesthood.
Where's the root? Where's the root to all
Money.
of this? Yes, that is it. Money. This election thing has to deal with what? Money. This segregation has to deal with what? Money. Anything that has to deal with the destruction of your people, somebody is what?
Profiting.
Yes, somebody profiting. Somebody profiting out. For this empire to stand, right, we have to be oppressed. But while you're being oppressed, you have an illusion as if you're what? You're free.
Part of.
Because oppressed people can't what? Vote. How you know oppressed people couldn't vote? Because you were in slavery and they didn't allow you to vote in slavery. So now you're free. So you're a free man, so you could vote. You're voting for Donald Trump, Kamala, you're voting for. It's an illusion. And your black leaders don't care it's an illusion. All they care about is money. Money, money, money. Just like your preachers. Your preachers went on television, national television, made an advertisement to push people into voting. That should never, ever happen. But it did. Why? Money. Read on.
Verse 49. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all.
Right? He's so like, yeah, I mean, he's the mastermind behind it. You all know nothing. But here what we're going to do. Read.
Verse 50. Now, Salakia, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people.
Right? One man had to die for who? The people. Right? And that one man was what? Christ. Read on.
So, okay. And that the whole nation perish not.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 51. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation.
You understand? Like they were plotting on doing what?
Killing him.
Yeah, they were plotting on doing it. Why? Because they wanted the what? The Roman way.
Yeah.
They wanted America and its democracy, or what looks like a democracy, right? But really is somewhat of a republic, right? Because their whole system is what? You go vote, but who you voting for?
The oppressor.
Yes, meaning I trying to get like the chain to the presidency. You go vote for your candidate, right? Your candidate does what? What does the candidate do?
He lies.
Meaning your candidate now, he go vote who he wants to vote for. But guess what? That candidate could have gotten what? Money from some, you know what I mean, some conglomerate, some corporation to vote for whoever they want him to vote for. That's why Donald Trump, when he won it, it was the first time it happened where what? The person who didn't win the popular vote won the election. Right? That whole popular vote is them trying to tell you that, guess what? You are not picking your leader. You're not doing it. You're not. But you are being given an illusion. And don't worry, black people. After tonight, let's see what becomes of tomorrow. Let's see what's going to change tomorrow.
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
Like, I don't understand the context of verse 52.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. And not for this nation only, but also that also he should gather together in one the children of God that was scattered abroad. So my question is, if you're saying that Christ is going to gather the children of God from abroad, in the same time you're trying to unalive him.
Yeah.
It don't make no damn sense.
To us, but it make perfect sense to him because he gonna get what? Richer.
Kind of what kind. So he just blowing smoke. He just blowing smoke right here.
Yeah. Yes, that's why I read verse 53.
Verse 53. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death.
You understand? Because Christ, you know what I mean, was a revolutionary. Christ was, you know what I mean, he didn't go with the grain. He went against it. You understand? He went against it. And he didn't care if it meant what? Him being poor, him losing his life, because he did what? Lose his life. He did went up on that cross and die for blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people.
That's right.
He did do it. Even with the odds against him, he did it. You understand? And knowing that, I'm going to give my vote, pledge my allegiance to somebody else who ain't worthy, who ain't show me that they're willing to die for a nation, even though they never did anything. Nah, I ain't doing that. Y'all want proof? Look, no ink. None whatsoever. You understand? Not in here. We don't do that. All right. Any questions? I know we're up on the time. Any questions before I let you all out? So you all could go, you know what I mean, watch that clown show. All right. With that, I'm going to pass the class over to the priest and Officer Darash
Darashamath.
Darashamat. I apologize.
Men of Israel, Majum. We're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, Yadamata. Sorry, we can turn and face the sisters.
Hold on. Yahweh Bashim Yashai Thumb.
Yadamata. Sorry, means turn and face the sisters. Sisters of Majum. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majum, Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yadamata. Sister Yushabi means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, Wednesday 25th, December the 25th. First Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. We also have the Texas Cookout from November the 30th through this. We also have the Passover, the 56th Passover coming up, which is on April the 12th, 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia. So don't forget about that. Mark that on your calendar. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. With that, class dismissed.